All right, let's talk about a term that sounds incredibly complicated, but is honestly a total game changer for growing businesses: ERP. We're going to forget all the tech speak, all the confusing acronyms. I'm here to break down exactly what it is, what it does, and why you should care with absolutely zero jargon. So let's jump right in. First up, just a quick question for you. Think about your business right now. Does your sales team know exactly what the stock levels are, like this very second? Does accounting get info from HR instantly? If you're thinking, not really, or yeah, but it's complicated, then you are in exactly the right place. And that feeling of different parts of the company not quite talking to each other, well, that's exactly where we're going to start. Let's dive into the common, sometimes kind of chaotic state of a business that's on the move. Take a look at this. Does this tangled web look a little familiar? This is what happens when a business grows faster than its systems can keep up. And you know what? It's not a sign of failure. It's usually a sign of success. But it's a growing pain that can really hold you back if you don't sort it out. This is where the headaches really begin, right? Your invoices are over here in one system. Sales are being tracked in WhatsApp messages and maybe, if you're lucky, some Excel sheets. Your stock, that's managed in a totally separate program. The result is that every department has its own version of the truth, and that is a recipe for some serious confusion and expensive mistakes. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The boss asks a simple, fundamental question: "Hey, how are we doing?" And suddenly it turns into a massive investigation. You've got to chase down 5 different people who then have to dig through their own separate spreadsheets, and by the time you piece together an answer, it's probably already out of date. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a mess. So what's the solution? Let's move on and talk about how we can fix this divided business with what I like to call the single brain solution. So here it is, the big idea. Instead of all these separate, disconnected pockets of information, what if? What if you could give your entire business one central coordinating brain? Just one single place where all information lives, where everything connects, so you can make decisions based on the full picture. And if the ERP is the brain, then it also creates a nervous system for your whole company. When the sales hand makes a sale, the warehouse leg and the finance eye instantly know what's happening and exactly how to react. Everything's connected. Everything is finally in sync. So, let's put a pin in it. What is ERP? Stripped of all the jargon, it's just a single system that connects all the essential parts of your business. It is the definitive solution to that whole left-hand, right-hand problem we talked about at the start. Simple as that. Now, that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work? Day to day. Let's get into the mechanics of how an ERP really brings it all together. Okay, picture this. A salesperson is out in the field and closes a deal right on their phone. The moment they hit confirm, the system instantly, and I mean instantly, deducts those items from your stock count, it pings the warehouse to get the order ready, and it queues up an invoice in accounting. The information just flows automatically. No more manual data entry, no more delays. It creates one single source of truth for everyone. And that's really the end goal, isn't it? Moving from that mess of 20 scattered files and conflicting spreadsheets to just one clean, efficient system that runs the whole business. And these days, most of these systems are cloud-based, which means everyone gets the same live information, whether they're in the office or on the road. So at this point, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds pretty powerful, but do we really need this right now? So in this next part, let's figure out if your business is ready for an ERP. Let's do a quick little check-in. I'm going to run through a few points, and I just want you to think about how many of these sound, well, painfully familiar. Okay, be honest. Are your people spending hours just retyping information from one system into another? Do you ever have those frustrating moments where the sales team's numbers and the accounting team's numbers just don't match? Is getting a clear, up-to-the-minute snapshot of your profit or your cash flow a huge challenge? And here's the big one. Do you feel like your business is growing, but your internal processes are creaking at the seams, just struggling to keep up? If you're nodding along to any of these, those are classic signs you've outgrown your current setup. And this is a really key point to get. Bringing in an ERP isn't just about buying another piece of software. It's a fundamental shift in how your business operates. It's about upgrading the very way your company thinks and works, making it smarter, faster, and way more connected. So let's bring it all home. What's the ultimate payoff for making this kind of change? In our final section, we'll look at that journey from the chaos we saw earlier to the calm and control of a truly unified business. So, why is it worth it? Well, for starters, you get one single place to see everything. You slash the amount of manual data entry. No more of those copy-paste until your eyes go blurry afternoons. When you have more accurate data, you make better, faster decisions. It even makes it easier when staff leave or go on vacation because all the info is in the system, not just in someone's head. And of course, the boss gets that beautiful real-time dashboard of the business's health. If you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. The real promise of an ERP isn't about fancy features. It's about trading that daily chaos for calm, strategic control. So I'll leave you with this final thought. When you look at your business today and you think about where you want it to be tomorrow, are you ready to stop working in pieces and finally start thinking as one? Hope this helped clear things up. Thanks for watching.
Odoo easy.